Indian Summer with Alain Delon. Alain Delon was more than a well-known actor here. He was a symbol of masculinity, the ultimate macho, and so popular, so well-known that we had a sort of a coat with some sheep fur or something. Then, with the appearance of sweat, that was known as the Alain Delon. It was trendy, fashionable, a name, Alain Delon. It's possible, I was thinking, just as I started telling you this, or telling me this, because it may be termina acolo, they're nesting, they're using a blanket there to nest, even if they're just two males, so there's nothing out of the nesting to expect. Termina acolo. And it could be the other way around because of the code, because everybody was wearing an Alain Delon. Then Alain Delon, the name, the actor, became so common in use that then even if it didn't go to the movies, even if there were no more movies at one point to speak of, only some Romanian propaganda, Termina, in the last years of the Ceausescu regime, still, so even if you didn't see movies, didn't know about the actor, you still knew his name. Here, he's a professor of literature and a gambler. Furthermore, he plays the romantic hero, maybe. He's not an anti-hero, that's for sure. I mean, he's not that complex. I mean, he is positive, he is gentle, he is attached to this girl, Marion. Apparently loves her, tries to save her from a disastrous bond. She's connected with a scoundrel who also loves her, so that's an interesting dynamic and sort of a menage a trois, even if it's not a French film, it's Italian, really. And a tragedy, having this small audience of one. I can't say what happens. Besides, this is not something you find on Netflix. In fact, it is even here, it's rather obscure. There's a new channel in a commune, Telestar 1, a commune of Cernica, an Italian family group has set up this thing, and they have old movies there. And some of them forgotten, like this one. So I can say what happens. It's not Hollywood-like. It's actually a tragedy. The end is dramatic and sad. Even if it seems like the hero will finally extract this girl from this vicious environment, it may not happen. So it's also true, there's an issue here because, well, first of all, he's the professor. She's, even if temporary, he's a substitute. She's a pupil there. I mean, about the age, I'm not sure. Maybe she's 18. If not, then there's a problem. Although, on the other hand, it is platonic, and the intention is more than wait. more than decent in the sense that he doesn't want to take advantage. In fact, at one point they're in the car and she says, "So that's what you want? You want to sleep with me?" And no, I'm here because there's a desperation in you. I don't have the word. He didn't say desperation, but sadness, a tragic turmoil. I don't know what he said, but he's looking into her psyche. He's not looking for her body. Well, not yet. So yes, there is something of the Lolita. He's not Humbert. Humbert, he doesn't want to sleep with her at the beginning, but then still, it's improper. He's the professor. And then eventually maybe he will marry, and so this will be comme il faut. But is it? So that film is interesting, challenging, interesting moral issues. Mother doesn't agree, but then the mother seems to be keen on selling the girl. I mean, and having her shack up with this guy, this mafioso-like individual. He's not with the mafia, and he's rich, so that's the interest of the mother. That explains it. But an interesting film, much better than Avengers and the films they don't make today, because maybe they're making, but they're not in the cinemas, and then so cinemas many had to close.